Hey everybody, welcome to our weekend check-in video for Psych-45 Resource Methods for Saturday, August 26th. Just going to go over a few items and reminders and clarifications. Again, as always, anything I think you need to know to do well in the course, so I'll get started here. First up, our most recent Chapter 3 on defining and measuring variables. That quiz and discussion were due last evening there, so most of you did a good job on your discussion board there and put some effort into that, so I was pleased to see that, so you got some practice on how you might think about measuring something that, at least on the surface, seems kind of easy, but then some of you make comments that you realize that's a little more difficult than you maybe first realized there. And just a reminder too that any kind of comments or feedback I provide for your discussion posts, those are private to you, for your eyes only. Those are not posted in the public forum there. Also in our Unit 1 there, for under the Chapter 3 material, there's an extra link there to a website article, actually a short radio program on National Public Radio, NPR, and how they talk about this interesting study on how girls lose their, quote, sense of brilliance when they reach a certain age there compared to boys of the same age. And it's very interesting and a really great example of how it can be difficult to measure a construct and how you actually have to really get specific with your operational definitions to do that. So it's like 6 minutes or something. It's a really cool radio program. It's from that program called Science Friday, if you know about that on National Public Radio. It's great stuff. Next up here, Chapter 4, that quiz and discussion is due next Friday, September 1st. And as always, don't forget that time differential on that due date. The discussion is due a bit earlier at 9 p.m. The quiz is due a little bit later at 11:59 p.m. So plan accordingly. You are going to watch a short video this time, to which I want you to post some comments to. So make sure you plan ahead and give yourself enough time to watch that video. It's not terribly long. It's about 7 or 8 minutes, I think, but you do need time to kind of think about it, so please plan accordingly. Also, in the Chapter 4 material in Unit 1, there's also an extra website link there to some outside material. You don't have to watch it if you don't want to or listen to it. Again, it's a radio program from NPR. It's really interesting stuff. It has to do with ethics and kind of really distressing, too, in some ways, but I wanted you to have that in case you want to take a look at it. Next up here, just a reminder, and you'll get a reminder about this early next week as an announcement. You have your Unit 1 exam coming up Monday, September 4th through Wednesday, September 6th, so a 3-day window provided there for you. You have a study guide there at the bottom of Unit 1, right above the link for the exam to help you prepare, so do use that to help you get ready for the exam. You'll find 2 areas on the study guide that are italicized with asterisks all around it. That's going to be the content that your 2 short answer essay questions are based on, so I don't tell you the exact question ahead of time, but I give you plenty of heads up of this is what you need to know and get ready for the exam, so when you get to those essay questions you can just easily put in your answers. And as you'll find in the instructions for the exam when you open it up there, and also, as I'm going to say a number of times, even including announcements later on, do not copy and paste information from your textbook to answer those essay questions. Do not copy and paste from some psychology website you find online, some kind of so-called study site you find online, AI generation, etc. They're only use your own words to answer those questions, because I'll know if you do something else, I can get you into some trouble, so please be careful when you answer those short answer questions. If you prepare using the study guide, you shouldn't have any trouble putting things down in your own words, because that's all I want you to do. I'm not expecting volumes of response in those essay questions. Just when you answer the question, you've answered the question and you're done. So please use your own words again. Next up here, the exam is timed for 60 minutes. So when the exam opens, the clock starts ticking and it doesn't stop. This is detailed in the instructions for the exam there. So when 60 minutes is up, whether you're finished or not, the exam will automatically submit. So please pace yourself accordingly there. And there are 50 questions. That is 50. They're a combination of multiple choice, true, false, and some short answer essay questions, as I was just describing there. I'll also remind you that your Mind Tap assignments are coming up as well. They're going to be due at 11:59 p.m. on the evening before the exam opens up there on the following Monday, so Sunday, September 3rd, 11:59 p.m. This is all indicated on the MindTap platform. You must have those Unit 1 chapters done, so make sure you get them submitted, and don't forget there is a very short quiz there for Chapter 2 on MindTap. It has to do with hypothesis testing. I'd mentioned this in your homework there for the online Chapter 1 quiz, so please make sure you do that. It's just 2 questions and 2 points, but may help you out in the end, so try to get all the points that you can. And don't forget, when you answer the MindTap questions, you only get 1 chance to get it right. You don't get any redos, so do not hit submit on your quiz or practice test, whatever you're working on there, until you're really sure that you've got everything correct as far as you can tell, and then hit submit. And so, and it's also going to take you some time to answer those MindTap questions, so I would not recommend waiting until like 11:30 the evening that they're due, because you may not have enough time to finish. So please plan accordingly there. Next up here, just a heads up, at the first part of your APA style literature review paper, your topic, thesis statement, and list of 10 references in APA style, that's going to be coming due Wednesday, September 3rd, so we've got some more time to get ready for that there. You will find a dedicated APA literature review module underneath Unit 5 of our material on our Canvas course page. So scroll down all the way past Unit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's all the way down there towards the bottom. You'll see the APA module. You want to take a look at the instructions for Component 1. At the very top, there's a little short how-to video that I put together where I kind of show and tell you what you need to do, so definitely check it out. It's less than 10 minutes if I recall. It'd be a good thing for you to check out there. And also there is a sample submission provided for you to take a look at there. It's an embedded file you'll find in the instructions there for part 1, so do take a look at that so you have a good idea of what you're supposed to turn in and quote what things should look like there. And keep in mind, as I say clearly in the instructions, your topic must be one from social psychology, so no papers on mental illnesses like schizophrenia or bipolar disorder or depression, autism, etc. Nothing about drug abuse, nothing about memory in human infants. It really must be a topic in social psychology. I do have an embedded file there of topics in social psychology provided for you, and I also have a link to a free online ebook in social psychology which has lots of great ideas of topics you may want to take a look at, so it doesn't hurt to start looking around and getting some ideas there. If you are having trouble locating references that are suitable, because they must be academic peer-reviewed research articles, I say this very explicitly in the instructions there, so magazines, newspapers, psychology-related websites, etc., those are not academic peer-reviewed research studies or articles, and so keep that in mind. But the library has what's called a RAP session, R-A-P, and they can actually help you locate suitable sources. But I do have some great details on how to use a particular database. It's called Academic Search Complete, or EBSCO, and I have some interesting information there for you on how to use that. So it will only find for you academic peer-reviewed articles. So you may want to check that out. That's in the instructions there for Part 1. I also put it between the instructions for Part 1 and Part 2, just in case anybody didn't see it in Part 1. So it's all there for you. Otherwise, don't forget you got your pocket guide to APA style to help you out as well. I reference particular chapters. You access your pocket guide on the MindTap platform. So when you go to MindTap, scroll all the way down below Chapter 15. There you'll see the link to the pocket guide, and you can find all the chapters that I reference in the instructions there. Otherwise, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. Work ahead as much as you can and knock things out of the way. Don't forget to be watching those lecture videos, and we have our live session this coming Tuesday at 11 a.m., not late at night. I did post that announcement earlier this week, and so if you need anything in the meantime, reach out via email on Canvas and I'll get back to you. Otherwise, have a great weekend, and I will see you in those lecture videos. Take care until then. Bye-bye.